Good morning, everyone, or whenever you're watching this. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my morning routine that I do to help myself to gradually wake up so that I can start off my day right. The first thing I do to wake myself up is to make my bed. It only takes about 30 seconds or so, and this prevents me from going back to sleep and also helps to get my body moving. I always wake up really thirsty, so I head downstairs, fill up a glass of water, and then it's time to get ready. Washing my face with cold water is an immediate signal to my brain that it's time to wake up. And I also brush my teeth with minty toothpaste because it helps me also to feel super fresh and alive. And then as I do my makeup, I actually take this time to say a prayer. It may seem weird that I'm praying while I'm putting on my makeup, but honestly, if I wasn't, I'd usually be thinking mindless thoughts or worrying about everything I need to get done for the day. So this really allows me to set clear intentions, to practice gratitude, and also involve Him in the process of planning my day. It is now time to prepare my glorious cup of coffee, which is very necessary to get my day started. My preferred method of making coffee is with my beautiful Breville espresso machine. My mom bought this a while back. It's lasted many years and we use this on a daily basis, so it's well worth the investment for all that it does. And I personally love the flavor of the coffee that I make at home, even more so than the coffee that I buy at coffee shops. I like to experiment with different types of coffee beans to discover which flavors I prefer compared to others. And for making espresso, I personally love the heavy body, richer taste of a dark roasted coffee bean. I first grind the coffee beans pretty finely, then level the coffee grounds on top with a tamper. This step is really important because water will follow the path of least resistance, so if the grounds are distributed unevenly, some of the grounds might either over-extract or under-extract, which messes with the flavor. Then I lock the group head into the espresso machine and then press the button to extract a double shot of espresso. Last but not least, I add about half a cup of hot water. Most of the time, I like to drink my coffee black. Sometimes I'll add a splash of some milk. Okay, beautiful. We got that. We're all ready. We're setting the vibe here. I'm turning on my diffuser with some really lovely tangerine oil. I'm pretty much all prepared to begin my quiet time. And when you're having your quiet time, it's nice to have a go-to spot. And I'd recommend finding a place that you consider to be your safe haven where you won't be easily distracted. I've been using the Forest app to keep myself from checking my phone every 5 minutes, It works similar to a Pomodoro timer, so I just set it to about 30 minutes and let my trees grow while I do my thing. If I haven't already, I'll open up with a prayer before I begin, and then I begin. But wait, whenever I start on a new book of the Bible, I'll create an introduction spread on my Bible study notebook, including the background of who wrote the book, when it was written, and to whom and for what purpose. This just gives a brief overview of what I'm reading before I read it. And I also wrote an outline of the book and different sections of the book using the study notes from the Bible Project, which is an amazing resource that's available on YouTube. And they also have a read scripture app, which is super helpful as well. I keep this notebook for all kinds of note-taking, whether that's for sermon notes or other Bible study notes. Okay, back to reading. So when I read a passage, I like to use repetitive reading, which is literally repeatedly reading the same passage multiple times. So each time I try to get a deeper understanding of the passage by highlighting certain verses, underlining words I need to search up and learn, and once I've comprehended the general idea of what's happening, what's going on, I then open up my personal journal, separate from my Bible study notebook, and I use this to write my devotionals. So I vaguely follow the SOAP method, where I'll first write out scripture or a verse that I want to meditate on throughout the day. And writing it out helps for me to also better memorize the verse so that it sticks in my head. Then I will paraphrase a summary of what I read and observed from the passage, what it taught me about God's character, and then from there, I'll write my application and how I plan to put what I learned into action. And sometimes it's not always applicable immediately for me, but something to keep in mind for the future. And my devotional is sort of just like a warm-up for me before I get into my prayer time. So I try to pray before and during my time reading the word, but most intentionally after I read and put everything away. And honestly, it looks different every day. Sometimes I'm on my knees crying, sometimes I fall asleep, but regardless, I do my best to make this time of prayer a priority. So that is my ideal morning routine. I'd love to say that that is what my morning looks like every day, but that's just not the case. I've got the getting ready and coffee part down, but this whole sitting down, spending time with the Lord is quite new to me. When it comes to studying scripture, it is hard work. You have to put in the effort and you have to be very intentional with that time. And for the longest time, I've always said that I wanted to spend more time with God, but never really took the steps to do so. So this is very recent for me. And just like it is when you're starting to work out again, your muscles are sore, it's uncomfortable in the beginning, but I'm just trying to get used to it. Sometimes I do it at night, sometimes I do it in the middle of the day, sometimes not at all, and that's okay. I am just working towards spending time with the Lord more and more and deepening that relationship, and it takes time. So this is currently my Bible reading routine, and I really hope that this helped you get an idea of how you can approach reading the word. Feeling blessed. So I hope you enjoyed this #cozyu video, but wait, if you stayed till this long, I am going to be doing a giveaway. I have partnered with Hello Revival, and I'm going to be giving away one of their planners. So I've got the gold edition and the standard, and so this is basically a Christian undated planner. There's space to write sermon notes, another space to track your goals. There's a monthly and weekly layout. It's a beautiful planner that I think is going to be very helpful for you. You can actually get 15% off one of these by using the discount code CHRIS15. And if you want a chance to win one of these planners, all you gotta do is be subscribed to me on this channel, Kristen Yu, and be following me on Instagram at ChrisSoup, and also comment down below your Instagram handle because that's probably how I'm going to be contacting you if you win. And I don't know, comment whatever else you want. Alright, I gotta go because my memory card is running out. I will see you guys soon in my next #cozyu video. I love you. Mwah! Bye bye!